My name is Stanley St. Rose, and today we're going to be talking about the Holy Bible. Now, before I go into the summary and explanation and analysis of the Bible, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and/or comment so that the channel can continue to grow. So this video is not going to be a standalone video. It's going to be a series that I'm going to create or that I'm creating on the Bible. And basically, what I'm going to be doing in this series is summarizing and giving you guys an analysis of different stories that appear in the Bible. If there's a particular story that you want to know more about, just leave me a comment, in the comment section, and I'll read the story and then we'll talk about it here in the video. If you guys want to reach out to me, my email address is on the channel. So, today, what we're going to be doing is basically talking about the creation of the universe from the first 5 to 10 chapters of the Bible. Keep in mind, the videos that I'm going to be creating on the Bible are not to convert anyone. They are mainly going to be about information. They're going to be about information of what the Christian Bible is talking about, what the stories are about, and what they mean. These videos can be used for many different things. They can be used to just understand the Bible in general, and they can also be used to understand scholarly works. There's a lot of books and just the American culture in general. Since the American culture was built on the Bible because of the Puritans and the early colonizers, there's a lot of things that exist in the American world that are from the Bible. And if you understand the stories of the Bible better, you might understand the Western world a little bit better. So let's get started with the creation of the world. So basically, what the Bible tells us that God created a universe from nothing, and out of nothing, He created the stars, all of the planets, all of the solar systems, and He spoke them into existence. After creating the universe, God focused on the earth. He created the land, the water, the skies. So He created the whole world, and it's important that we know that He created it just by speaking it into existence. After creating the universe and the world, He made the world beautiful. Basically, He created vegetation, He created food, He created all the animals, all of the critters, and all of the creepy crawlers on the earth, all of the teeming, and it really goes into details of how the Bible really goes into details of describing these animals and how they creep it from among the earth. And so the Bible shows us that, and through imagery, even shows us that there's a lot of creativity, there's a lot of attention, there's a lot of complexity to what God is doing. And after He's done creating the world, He creates Adam and Eve, and that is the beginning of human history. So the first 5 chapters, the first 10 chapters of the Bible just gives us an account of how the universe was created. One thing we have to keep in mind here is that some people don't believe that science and the Bible go along, but I do think that they go together. I do think that God knows how the world works scientifically. The reason why I'm saying is everything on earth, everything in the universe is complex. Everything has a system that it works through. I just believe that the Bible doesn't go into this because the Bible is not about science. It's not about everything behind how God created it. What the Bible is about is information. The word Bible stands for basic instructions before leaving Earth. That's what the word Bible stands for. And the Bible is supposed to give us an account of how to live our lives to go to heaven. That's what the Bible is about. And so when Christians read the Bible, it's to get information to understand how their life are supposed to be managed, how their life are supposed to be within the world. And so the creation story is to give Christians an idea of where they come from, of how special they are, because from the Christian perspective, when you hear that God created the world for you and created food and animals before He created you, it looks like that God was preparing a place for humans. And that is what it stands for the Christian perspective. God created the garden for Adam and Eve. And in the garden, um, Adam and Eve were happy, they were at peace, and they lived there. So the creation story was a preparation for human beings. That is the Christian perspective. Um, in terms of analysis, the creation story, there's a lot there. There's a lot to say about human beings. Some people have a existential crisis to understand why they exist, why they are alive, and what is the meaning of their lives. For Christians, there is no existential problem because the Bible tells you that you have a supreme being that cares for you and that created an entire world for you to exist and for you to create offspring and to make more of yourselves. So for Christians, there are no existential problem. It's a supreme being that watches over you and creates for you. Now, this kind of gets out of hand when humans fall and eat from the tree of good and evil. But before all that happens, the whole idea of the creation story and the whole idea of human beings on earth, God created them to rule over the earth. God created the universe for human beings, the world for human beings to exist. And so the purpose of human beings, according to the first five chapters, are to dominate over the earth and to um, follow their supreme being because their supreme being is doing everything for them to exist and to be happy and to multiply. And we can see this just by the way that God created the world. He created food first. He created vegetation first. He created animals first. It was a preparation, the same way that a parent prepares, life and tries to prepare life for their children. It's the same way that God does here in the first 10 chapters. He prepares a place for his subjects, for humans. So that's what the creation story is. That's just a basic understanding of what it is and um, why this came into action. So thank you guys for watching. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and or comment, and I'll see you guys in my next video.